Hi, my name is Fawzan Fawad, and today we'll be talking about Starbucks in Italy. Now we'll be discussing our goal agenda for today, starting from our executive summary, the introduction, the category analysis, the consumer analysis, five Porter's five analysis, the competitive analysis, pest analysis, limitations, conclusions, and recommendations. The success of Starbucks franchise is extremely well known throughout the US, Canada, and numerous other countries around the world. However, the company had not yet extended itself into the Italian coffee market. The findings point to a method for success based on a combination of Starbucks skills in the coffee house industry, the proven ability to integrate into various cultures and languages, and other chosen countries' deep-rooted love of high quality coffee, which creates a new and unique opportunity for them. The intent of this project is to learn whether the Starbucks coffee chain should expand its global reach into the Italian market. Some of the considerations to be investigated include the company's coffee product offerings compared to some of its strongest competitors in the Italian market, but just as opportunity, its ability to customize products to appeal to the Italian culture, which includes a strong desire for atmosphere. The ability to satisfy this strong aspect of Italian culture may count for as much as or even more than any area of high quality consumable products, and requires careful attention by Starbucks to such details. Italy is located in the northern hemisphere and experiences the cooler winter months, as with many other countries. This tends to increase the drive towards warm beverages with corresponding decline as the warmer months from June to September approach. Starbucks has a variety of cold beverages to counter this, a number of which has coffee based. From a financial perspective, those that trade the coffee commodity take note of the seasonal declines and inclines in addition to other factors that influence supply and demand. In 2015, the revenue size for import coffee grain is 533,000 tons. Volume consumption is second largest at 15% of the EU, while the per capita consumption of roasted coffee is expected to reach 5.26 kilograms by 2021. The consumption coffee roasted revenues coffee segment is approximately US 4,589 million in 2017, and the volume consumption rate is second largest consumer at 15% of the European market. The export coffee grain is at 8.2 thousand tons, the sixth largest European green coffee exporter in the world. These numbers show a positive correlation between success and opening of Starbucks in Italy. Our main suppliers are Brazil, which contributes 34%, Vietnam 19%, India 13%, Indonesia and Uganda. Starbucks has made a number of commitments to help ensure sustainable production and sourcing on a worldwide scale, with a number of these goals targeted for achievement between 2020 and 2025. Some of these goals include no poverty, responsible consumption and production, clean water sanitation, decent work, and economic growth and life on land, among others. These initiatives are being conducted in conjunction with partners such as Conservation International, Ecom, SGS Global Services, and Starbucks suppliers. Some of the geographical points of interest are the urban region population in 1.3 million for a chosen city, Milan. Metro region population is 8 million, and this city is renowned for its being fashionable, upscale, and trendy. The demographic for the region include negative growth rate and death rate exceeds birth rate. 2012 foreign residents growth rate was 7%, native growth rate 0.5%. 2014 growth rate was at 22% of age 65 and over. Average net income for the local citizen is at $2,663 a year in US dollars. 575 of working age population is employed. 60% adults and 25 to 64% years have completed high school. Behavioral usage shows us that an average consumer will purchase 2 to 3 coffee drinks daily. They take short breaks, and that leaves with lunch, dinner, leisure drawn out. Specific cultural norms in terms of what is appropriate to consume and when. Buying situation for the Italian market is coffee bar style, standing up and consumed in a hurry. They have lower price points sensitive to increases. Coffee is made upon order and not pre-made, ready to go. Specific types of coffee beverages are only consumed at a specific time of the day. New entrants stand out in a highly in traditional market. There is a different supply chain requirement and high tax structure. Customers have low or no individual product power, but do have significant overall buying power and influence. Many customers are knowledgeable of products and expect quality. There is low reception to brand name chains and majority independent cafe bars. Several strong, well-established competitors exist such as Moro Demetrio, which has more competitive price points. Also, the competitors are highly receptive to cultural expectations and norms. Suppliers have a consistency of supply quality. Weather, water quality, disease pests, land quality, impact crops and availability. Also, there is a pressure to produce to maintain supply contracts. Substitutes have different brand blends of coffee. New varieties of coffee are tea plants, new technologies to improve yield, and to reduce growing time. Also, substitutes reduce harvest time and overall supply chain. There are numerous competitors that are in operation in the Italian market that needs to be observed and closely watched. The top 8 coffee chains operating in Italy are Star Stabilimento, Alimentaro Spa, Lavazza Spa, Guaber Spa, Cafe do Brasil Spa, Kraft Foods Italia Spa, Creston Spa, Nestle Italian Spa, Sperfedo Zeniti, especially the remaining independent businesses that offer specialty coffee. These companies are rapidly expanding and remain a threat to our coffee market segment that needs to compete with these existing businesses. Remaining target markets to consider are 58 million coffee drinkers in Italy, of which 64% are adult coffee drinkers. Age range for these coffee drinking demographics are 25 to 45 years old. Of the total segment, 55% are female coffee drinkers and 45% male coffee drinkers. These statistics show us that our business venture is going to be a successful one, as much as the population is coffee drinkers. Strengths include, but not limited to, our international markets and exotic tea, specialty coffee to offer. We can incorporate finest green coffee from places like Brazil into our coffee mix to enhance our chances of selling our coffee to the general market. Weaknesses are that many other coffee chains that are competitors are already competing in existing Italian market today. Competitor brands have loyalty from their customers, so they might not switch over to Starbucks. Also, our brand of choice has no experiences in the Italian market, giving us a negative position. Opportunities, however, cover lots of abilities to expand and won't generally hurt if we take some of our competitors' customers, as their coffee is one of the finest. Forming partnerships with our other clients and companies is also a valid way of expanding our opportunities in the competitive market, as this solves the solution of finding new customers. These statistics show us that our business venture is going to be a successful one, as much as the population is coffee drinkers in Italy. Government policies look pretty amazing with little to no restriction on what can be carried on in Italy. Their economy is stable with also steady home economy situation. Moreover, the Italian trend towards coffee drinking is more leaning towards homemade espressos. Espresso is not a particular coffee bean or type of roast. It's a new method of brewing finely ground and compacted coffee very fast, with burning hot water at very high pressure. The most common ritual in the Italian coffee market is drinking coffee standing up at a bar, chatting with the barista. All we have to do is let the customer stand and drink the coffee as opposed to sitting and drinking, as this is a cultural norm in Italy. Perhaps even higher talkative baristas who can chat away with our friendly customers, as this is also their social norm. Social trends are also very comforting as lifestyle trends are great, and consumer attitudes and opinions are also well formed. Technological trends are towards maturity of technology, and no need to emphasize more on that point. Consumer buying habits are well above par, as well as global communication. Moreover, Italian products are well ranked in a global standpoint. Turns out, Starbucks coffee founder Howard Schultz had taken a trip to Italy in 1983 and was trying to make his chain more like the places he has visited while abroad. So trying to bring back the Italian vibe back to their homeland would be an interesting if not a successful approach after so many years. Bringing back their coffee back to their hometown would make it the most honorable objective to date. The enormous scope of the coffee market plus the fact that it is highly fluid or always changing creates significant challenges in data capture analysis. There are arrays of resource material. It is frightening and many sources project an air of confidence that their data is more or less the best or the most accurate. It is not possible for all to be either, however, for general research purposes, they are quite functional. It is understood that the data is fluid based on many variables, parameters, and taken at varying point in time, and that none of will truly pinpoint any singular aspect of coffee industry, whether in Italy or anywhere else, due to the sheer magnitude. Upon review of numerous sources of information regarding the Starbucks company and the Italian coffee market, we conclude that they should proceed to establish themselves in Italy. As noted earlier, the success of Starbucks in Italy will be determined more by the attention that is given to a culture that is steeped very deeply in local customers and traditions rather than their name brand. Global businesses, success, deep pockets, and variety of product offerings. It was discovered though that course of the research that Starbucks was indeed planning to open the first Italian location in Milan in 2018. The facility will not be the typical ready-to-go coffee house, but a roastery, the company's fifth. By embracing the long-standing core values, traditions, and customs of Italian culture, combining the modern wants and needs of a younger generation, and using over 45 years of experience, Starbucks has every reason to feel that they can successfully smash the invisible glass ceiling.